show you a little before. Wow, it has been a while since I've been here on the vlog channel. It's been like a month. Has it been 2 months? But I am back and I'm so excited because I have a lot of vlogs that I've been vlogging. Like, I just love vlogging in general. Honestly, vlogging to me is a literal hobby, and I've been continuing to vlog. I just haven't edited them. I've gotten backed up with other stuff. So I've been wanting to talk to you guys about my eyebrows because I got them done months ago, and every single day I get some kind of message on my brows. If you don't know what microblading is, it's basically when they go in with a needle. It's like a temporary tattoo, kind of. I wouldn't say it's like as permanent as a tattoo because they do fade easier. I got my brows microbladed and shaded with Beauty Marks by Cece, and I really wanted to do this video because I did vlog the entire experience. I have no makeup on my brows right now, like literally none, not a drop. Typically when I do my makeup, I do go over them a tad bit. I go into any sparse areas where the pigment healed a little bit differently. I specifically did not use brow products today for the reason that I knew I was gonna film this and I wanted to show you what it would look like without any product on my brows. Literally, I just kind of carved the brow with some concealer at the bottom. I didn't even carve it at the top. It's just at the bottom to clean them up a little bit. My brows were so sparse before that I didn't think that they could actually work. Like the microblading, I thought it could do something, but I didn't think it could do much. Oh my gosh, I got them almost 4 months ago already. What's crazy is that my brows were so light that I thought that the retention wouldn't hold up. I think when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. But I didn't do enough research to actually make an appointment, you know? So I contacted Cece because I found her on Instagram, and it's funny because I actually found her through her pictures. I think I was just searching up hashtag microblading. And Cece, who did my brows by the way, make sure to go check her out. If you go with Cece, here is the code that you should use to get percentage off. I found Cece on Instagram, and what's so funny is that I found her through a hashtag, I'm sure. And then later on, a couple weeks later, I find out that my nail girl, she works with her, so they're at the same salon. So I was like, okay, cool, perfect. So I made an appointment. I did vlog it, so here's me going to get my eyebrows done. I look like a freaking zombie right now, and let me tell you, I feel like one. I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed today, which I'm so excited for. She actually gave me a discount code. Bro, I just want you to guess what the discount code is.
Slime Queen.
No, not Slime Queen. It's shorter.
Skinny.
So use the promo code if you guys want to get your brows done with her. Let me show you a little before. Super sparse, super sparse. The very first thing that we did was I got my brows numbed. I don't think I have any questions. Does it hurt? I guess.
No. So pain, the pain factor is usually the first question everybody has. Yeah. I use a high content lidocaine. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to clean the brow area with alcohol. Okay. To sanitize the area, and then put some numbing cream on you. Okay, cool. And I leave it on for about 30 minutes, and you should be very comfortable by the time we get started. After I do the first pass, I continue inserting numbing gel so that it gets underneath the skin, and you become even more comfortable during the process. Yeah, so I've had people fall asleep.
Oh my god, I would totally fall asleep.
Yeah.
This is just alcohol. Okay. How long would you say the process is?
So for the combination brows, it averages between 2 and 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Alrighty, so what's going to happen from here is we'll do some paperwork. I'll go over the aftercare and healing stages. Then I'll lay you down to map you. Okay. And what I do is I just map you to your natural facial structure. So naturally, I see you falling here with a hint of this. This is medium brown with just regular brown. And I understand you like to go darker, so I think what I can do is incorporate some of this bold brown. Okay. I usually dye my hair black, so I was like, I want dark brows. I feel like if I went for my natural look, they would have been not as bold. But this is the thing, my brows are so light that I felt that I had to go bold so that by the time they healed, they would look normal. I think it's happening. And sit up all the way. So the skin at the area where I applied the numbing is a little pale, so that means that the numbing works.
The very first thing you start to do is you start to map the brows. So mapping is actually the longest thing in the entire process. The actual microblading and shading is pretty fast. She starts mapping me up and we're trying to figure out the perfect shape for my face. And once I liked the shape of the brow, it was time to lay down and start up the skeleton. The microblading is crazy because it doesn't hurt at all. All you feel is like this cracking, and it does not hurt in the slightest. Kind of weird. It just goes like once she did the skeleton, which was just the microblading, I was like, oh my god, I love them. Like, I honestly would have been fine just walking out with just the microblade, but now I know that they would have faded so much that I'm so glad I did the shading.
The hairs on the head and stuff, they're like noticeably sparse. After they heal, what we want to do is we want to make sure they heal up and that the pigment doesn't spread underneath your skin. So once they've healed, that's when we can go create density by adding baby hairs in between.
Looks so good. They look amazing.
Thank you.
Ah, so crazy. I didn't feel anything. It was painless. And I really thought, because I actually don't have any tattoos, you guys. I have literally like 0 tattoos, so I had no idea what a needle would feel like in general. I know that it's not even like on a scale of a tattoo. I'm sure a tattoo like actually hurts compared to microblading, but I didn't feel any pain, like 0. I know people have different experiences, especially the microblading, like the blade part where they draw in the strokes. That was nothing. When they go in with a shading, I feel like you do feel a tad bit sore, like barely anything. Once I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh snap, they're really dark. I mean, we literally talked about it then and there though. And she did tell me that they would heal much lighter, and also that they heal thinner. Once they heal, they get about 30% smaller. Definitely do not freak out if they look too thick. They will thin up. Cece also told me that they would get really dark in the next few days. The day after, I actually posted a story. I want to show you guys the healing process of my eyebrows. And I just want to let you know to brace yourself. They're really dark and they're a super normal part of the healing process. Here we go. Yeah, they look hella dark this morning. This is super normal. I've already read on this. I wasn't surprised or anything. Besides, she also told me what would happen. I woke up and the area just feels like really like tense. Like if I do this, it kind of hurts if I move my brows. I knew it was a part of the healing process, but that is one thing I would say, like, if you're gonna get your brows done, take a few days off. Take about like a week or two. I think I pre-filmed. I made it work somehow. It is day 3. Day 2, my brows were so dark. Probably at their darkest. Actually, today's pretty dark too. I think Cece did an amazing job. She is also super inexpensive compared to other microblading places I've heard of. Just a quick example, a friend of mine pays over $1,000 to get hers done, and Cece charges $400. Just to show you an example of like how expensive these could be. You're not supposed to put makeup on them, first of all. You could put makeup like around them. So I put like the rest of my face, you know. I woke up today and they're definitely still very dark. And they're also starting to thicken up in some areas. Like I'm starting to see them almost look like patchy and uneven a little bit, just because they're healing and they're like expanding and like I don't know how to explain it. They're scabbing up, so they start to look like thick and crazy. Day 2 to 4, they get really dark. After that, they'll start to scab off. Day number 3, they're feeling firm. Day 2, they were feeling like stiff, like my whole forehead right here, it was like moving all weird and shit. I went ahead and started applying the ointment twice a day. I started today because I was supposed to wait 48 hours. Brow update. It is day, okay, I was counting it wrong. I was saying like day 2 the day after, and then day 3 the day after that. When really the day you get them done is day 0, the day after is day 1. So yesterday, instead of being day 3 as I thought, it's basically day 2. So today is actually day 3 instead of day 4. I want to show you guys, I don't know if you could see, but right here it's getting patchy, and that's because they are starting to crack right there. Actually, I noticed right now when putting my ointment, this side of this brow is getting super like tough. The rest of my brows feel a little tough, but this side right here, it feels like an actual scab, like right here. Okay guys, so I just got out the shower. This is an update for my brows, Karina, not a vlog. I just got out the shower. I was gonna start my eyeshadow right now, but I wanted to show you guys that just in a few hours, like my brows have started to flake. My brow girl said it was okay to go ahead and take a shower. Obviously I didn't rub my face. Whatever water was getting on my brows was basically just like the water running down from washing my hair. And when I got out, I went ahead and dabbed my brows, and as I was dabbing them, I started to see little, this is a tissue, little like brown stuff with little specks on them, like if they were starting to shed very tiny amounts. Do you guys see that black dot? I feel like it's so visible right now. I'm like, ah! I look like someone who doesn't like blend my brows, and I'm gonna have to deal with it because I cannot put makeup on them. But I'm gonna beat the rest of my face. Hopefully from far away, you can't tell too much. So yeah. You get this ointment that you have to apply on your brows, and it helps with hydrating them because they are gonna crack and peel. They do start to stiffen up, and over the days they eventually start to scab off. I'm not sure if I updated you guys yesterday. I will show you the story that I posted on Instagram. It literally started to scab like while I was filming that. My brows are officially starting to scab. I was putting some of the ointment on there that I put on every day, and then I just, you know, started to dab it, and they started to like literally scab off. My brows might look crazy for the next few days. Oh snap, yep. Oh my god. I'm not forcing them off at all. I'm literally just dabbing this after the oil. Today I woke up and they were even, wow, way more flaky. Like, you can see that some of it came off onto my lids. And right here, wow, okay. So I'm gonna wash my brows today, day 5. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face with antibacterial soap. I was told to gently rub them. Going ahead and like lathering this up a little bit like this. Just kind of rub them like that. I was told to go in after with something gentle, cotton or nasal tissues, which is literally like, you know, the tissues that you use. Oh my gosh, look at this. Just one swipe. And look how many scabs are in there. And that is how you do it. You just let them come off slowly. You don't have to force them off. Even if they look crazy like this, you have to let them fall off naturally. Oh my god, I think today might be the day that I actually like cancel plans. Okay guys, so here's an update on my brows. The last time I checked it on you guys was a couple days ago. So this is how my brows are looking. They've lightened up over time. As you can see, naturally there is some areas that look a little bit more patchy than others, and that's completely normal. Although it may look a little bit patchy, most of the flaking is gone off of this brow. It's been exactly a week, so I'm able to now go in and fill them in and stuff and put makeup on them. This brow over here, I still have this spot right here left to peel off. So far, I am obsessed with my brows, and I cannot believe how easy this process has been. I thought that the flaking process would be so much uglier than it was. The way that they're healing, this brow definitely needs like a retouch right here. I'm gonna retouch down here. The process of microblading, it is not as scary as I thought. And I'm thinking, I cannot believe I waited this long to do this. The day that they started peeling, I was impressed because in literally 24 hours, about 90% of the brows had peeled. I did have to cancel plans that day because I was filming some stuff, but it was literally one day. That's all I had to cancel. After that, this is what I've had going on. This is day 9. I did not update you guys on day 9, but I know this is day 9 because I was vlogging this day, and this is a piece from that vlog. If you pay close attention to my left brow, there's very small bits that need to come off, but for the most part, on this day, which is day 9, literally like 99.8% of my brows were gone. At this point, you couldn't see the scabs unless you paid close attention. This right here was about a week after that last clip, and you could still see a little bit of patchiness, but it was so subtle at that point where every day they just looked better, but it wasn't that big of a difference, and that's why I stopped updating. But this is about a week after that where they're nearly done healing. Honestly, I would totally do this again. I'm actually already due for the touch-up. I've been due for the touch-up for a good month already. I haven't been in a rush just because I love them, and although they do have their tiny imperfections, like where some areas healed a little bit differently that could use a little bit of filling, I don't mind it at all. I feel like even when I have no makeup on, they look fine. Like I would be okay to just keep these brows, but I do need to go in for a touch-up. Cece just wants to get in there and perfect the shape with any of the healing that could have like shifted anything. Someone said, did it hurt much? Like I said, it did not hurt at all. Like so painless. Someone said, how long do they last? They look perfect. I feel like from the research I've done, they could last you like a good year before you need to go back again for like another touch-up. Someone said, is it expensive? Okay, I would say that it is an investment, but microblading and shading, the price depends because microblading on its own is a few $100s. Okay, I pulled up Cece's website. Microblading is $450. What I got done is a combination brows, which is microblading with shading, and that is $500. So price varies on what you're getting done. She also does other things. The very first touch-up following the original appointment is 5 to 8 weeks after, and that's because they want to make sure to go in after they healed. And that's the one I haven't gone to. It's been literally 4 months, so I need to go, you know, the pandemic and all. And after that, that's when you go in every 6 to 12 months, depending on how they're holding up. So your annual touch-ups are anywhere from $200 to $300. Just simply waking up with brows. Like I know it sounds silly because like a lot of people just wake up with brows, but even like a simple makeup look like this is like so fast because I didn't have to go in with any makeup on my brows. Is microblading permanent? I'm scared to permanently do them. Honestly, like I said, I don't think they're fully permanent, especially if you're just doing the microblading on its own. How long was it? Do you remember how long the whole thing was, Ro? Like a couple hours, huh? Like 2 hours maybe? And I feel like half of that, like the 1 hour was just the mapping of my brows. Would I do it again based on my experience? I would 1000% do it again. I have to go back for my touch-up. I heard the healing process is like much faster like after the first time. What is the healing time, if any? You get this spreadsheet that tells you basically that it's like I think it's like a whole month. It's like 6 weeks of healing. I honestly think it was way shorter. I feel like after like the 3rd week I was fine. It did not feel like that long at all. Do you decide what type of brows you want, or do they decide for you like the tech? No, you decide. She'll mark you up to what your face structure is, but then from there like you decide what you want. Like my face structure is like way off like what I wanted. You definitely customize your brows basically. Do I regret getting the microbladed? Never. All the questions are the same. I would really recommend that you do your research before you get your brows done. Look at pictures that they have. Ask them if they have any pictures of before and afters. That's usually how you could tell what kind of work they do. It's like that with anything. I feel like even when getting your nails done, like there's people that are bomb at doing nails and there's people that will like leave your shit jacked up. Just do your research, you guys. You don't want to just go in and, you know, it's not a nail set that will fall off in 2 weeks. How do my eyebrows feel with a pigment under my skin? That's actually a good question. They feel like before. For a while they felt like a little bit tougher than before, but I feel like right now, as of today, months later, my brows feel the same, and I actually forget I have them sometimes. Does it itch? Oh my gosh, yes, that's one of those things that I forgot to mention. They itch so much at first, but you have to try not to scratch them. If you scratch off a scab or take them off before they fall out, it could really mess with the pigmentation, so you don't want to touch them at all. That doesn't last long though. Like once the scabbing comes off, girl, you're good. When I finally got my brows done, I was like, oh my gosh, what took me so long? Like that's literally what I've been thinking ever since I got them done. But I hope I answered most of the questions. I really tried to go into detail from everything that I remember from that day. That was my experience with microblading. Something so simple like doing my brows, getting them done, was so drastic on my makeup routine. But it's definitely a decision that you should think about and make on your own and do your research and go from there. I hope I was as informative as possible. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, which there probably is questions because I feel like I probably forgot something, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to get back to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited to get some vlogs up for you guys. We recently remodeled the kitchen, so I want to get that up for you guys, and there's just a bunch of vlogging I've been doing, so I'll see you guys very soon. Love you guys. Bye.